Hey guys, so I just sent out a prophetic word. Well, it's a teaching, but it's also very prophetic. So I actually, usually when I put out a word or God gives me a word, I'll munch on it throughout the day. And he'll give me new understanding, or it's just kind of like when you study a paper, or you study I'll just say a paper, and you pull out and extract certain things to get a better understanding or a deeper understanding. So I want to talk about the message or the word God gave me a couple days ago, where I was watching Erica Kirk, and I literally said, her eyes are beautiful. That was a prophetic word. I had no idea. And this happens to me all the time because I am prophetic. And I advise you to listen to the prophetic people around you. Just because you don't get a word or you don't get something does not mean it's not true and it's not real. And I have learned this because I have sat under other prophets, and I have seen their words come to pass. And it's very important. God sends prophets to help the people line up, to get in line with what God is saying, what God is doing, and not to follow the crazy ideals of society. So one day later, I literally saw a video that a prophet was posting, and he had a video up in his screen of another prophet. And this is a legit prophet that I used to watch, Kim Clement, years ago. And this is a true prophet, Kim Clement. Look him up. His prophecy, he's dead, but his prophecies have been coming to pass. And there's different types of prophets. There's prophets to the nations, prophets to the countries, to the states, prophets to their families, prophets in their own little bubbles. So there's different types of prophets. He was a prophet that spoke about a lot of political kingdom things. And there's nothing wrong with that, because when you read the Bible, it's all about kingdom and what God does in the kingdom and saves people. Because how your kingdom is ran is how the people are going to perform. Why did God destroy Ahab and Jezebel's kingdom? They didn't listen to the prophet Ezekiel when he said, get rid of those idols. Tear down those idols that you have. The king let his wife bring in idols. So the prophet came, they didn't listen. Eventually, they were destroyed and the people were destroyed. So the point of having a kingdom that is godly is very important. So the prophet in that video, he said what God told me. So this is how I stay in line with understanding what is true and what is a lie in this culture. This crazy culture that's believing these far left things. It is phenomenally crazy. I cannot believe how people are so upset because you believe in something else that's over here. I have never seen or imagined that it could be this way, ever. I never go to people and say anything about what they believe and how they believe. And people come to me and they say, oh, I can't believe you believe that. Or they'll just start talking about politics around me, and they don't believe what I believe. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you, because I don't get into political debates, but I know how I see the kingdom through a biblical lens and through a biblical perspective because of all the things that are in the Bible and how God does things. So watch that video. I made a video about it. In the video, the prophet, he literally says, and her eyes are beautiful. Something to that effect. Okay? And I don't know I didn't watch everything. But what I'm saying is, God showed me that her eyes are beautiful. And Kim Clement prophesied that this woman would be in the political area, that her eyes are beautiful. And this is a time, like Esther, this is a time, for such a time as this. Read the book of Esther. Esther was a little thing over here, and God raised her up into the political arena, the kingdom. And she became a queen to turn the heart of the king. Okay? Very important. God bless.